All right, welcome back to Turning the Wheel, the weekly podcast where we're playing Rapana Thuk from Frog God Games. Starting a little bit later this week, but we pick off right where we left off last week with Ukin and Kane in the House of Guarde, a person who, rumors have it, is the possessor of the Sword of Bannon, a legendary paladin who died deep in the bowels of Rapana Thuk. And here we go. When last we ended, Kane had walked in to the bedroom of Guarde, following Guarde's wife, and is immediately met by Guarde himself, half-armored, prepared to go, drawing his sword as he then swings it and slashes Kane across the chest and then closes the distance between them, grabs him by the front of his throat, and throws him bodily out of his house with a crash through the window, out towards the backyard where Pharaoh and Xenon and Bobo were set up waiting, being unstealthy. They see their friend of varying lengths, the halfling Kane, crash to the ground and be slumped unconscious. A tall, powerful man standing in the window, looking down at Kane as he does not appear to be moving.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I think we gotta go.
Ukin, from elsewhere in the house, you hear the sound of breaking glass and a woman screaming. Out ahead of you, actually, because you were sort of slowly following Kane, but from the room that you saw Kane go into, you hear the sound of breaking glass and a woman screaming. And it is your turn, Ukin. And while he goes, we will have everyone else also roll initiative.
Is there any other way out that's not that way from the crash?
Yeah, like you are able to climb walls. There's all sorts of ways out for you.
I'm going to find the closest exit.
Okay, so through the double doors where you saw the dead body of a guard, which you believe to have been killed by Frogger Bobo Nurbin, you are able to exit, and now you are outside of the building along the wall. But on the other side of the building, from your new comrades.
So I'm the other side of the building?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna forgo my action and dash all the way to the roof.
All right, so you run up to the roof?
I'm basically running to the roof.
Okay. So you guys see from the other side of the building a shadowy... Oh, you don't see him, actually, because Ukin is still invisible.
Yep, and I'm still there.
So you do not see Ukin run up to the top of the roof. But then you see the guard activity in the building pick up. And in fact, you also see two of the guards run out to the body of Kane and begin to pick him up as if they're going to take him prisoner.
Oh my god.
Oh, like hell. Fuck, they got Kane.
Bobo and Pharaoh, what were your initiatives?
I had a 14.
I got an 18, which is pretty good. I don't like the situation, but I like my chances.
You hear the man that threw Kane through the window say, "Bring the thief to me!" Shouting down to his guards as he then disappears and is no longer profiled in front of the window.
We need to get
And then
Kane
it
out of
is
here
your
right
turn,
now.
Pharaoh.
We gotta get Kane out of here, man.
I think we need to murder everyone, and then we'll drag them out,
Mr. World?
murder them
That's what
all,
it takes.
kill them all, of course.
He's a member of the wheel now.
Yes, Xenon.
How can they pick up Kane's body if he's invisible?
He is no longer invisible after being thrown out the window.
Hmm.
He's
Okay.
unconscious, and when he crashes into the ground, you can see him.
Okay. Yeah, they can't have him, so let's go do a thing.
It's better than trying to break in.
Pharaoh, it is your turn.
Plus, maybe he has the sword.
Now listen, who do I see? What do I see?
I doubt it.
You see two guards lifting up Kane off the ground where
Yes,
he's unconscious. You know that there are multiple other guards in the building,
yes,
and you know that Guarde is awake and armored and no longer in the window where you can see him.
yes. And also, I'm going to run up, and I'm going to awaken the sense of mortality in the creatures that I can see. There are two of them, and they will save versus fear. Wisdom saving throw of a, I believe that's a 14, and they will be frightened. They will run away, leaving Kane to us so we can help him.
So you come in and you begin chanting, and you become, wroth with dark power. And these two guards see you, and you can tell that they are terrified. And
They
they're
should be
certainly
terrified.
going
If
to be
there's a
running
third
away.
one, he should be terrified as well.
Who is?
If there's a third guard within 60 feet, he should be terrified as well, because I'm terrifying. I terrify myself at times.
Yeah, it's a 30-foot cone for your spell. So you're 30 feet away from them, but you are terrifying to
I
behold.
am so terrifying.
So
Get out of here. Leave while you still can.
Bobo, it is your turn.
But let's get out of here right now. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
You notice that the guards have not dropped Kane.
Oh God. Oh, they did.
Oh no, they do drop whatever they're holding. So they do drop Kane onto the ground.
Okay. And then I pull out this little deck of cards with these weird cards, and I shuffle it. I shuffle it. I throw this card out towards the entrance way of the castle, of the keep. 9 of hearts. Messing with the 9 of hearts.
You throw a card out in front of you,
Underrated.
trusting in the heart of the cards and pulling a random card, and the image of a Etin appears.
And I laugh
a
out.
two-headed giant appears in
I
the
laugh
backyard of this creature with a roar.
I laugh out loud.
I have conjured this creature.
And I direct it to keep going towards Guarde's castle. An attack.
Crowd control to Major Tom.
But let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here, Scoob.
Is it my turn, Mr. World?
I
Yes,
think we
it
should
is,
kill
yeah.
them all while they're running. Murder all of them.
No,
Murder
come on,
them
let's
all.
get out of here with Kane
Um,
Mummy dead.
Let's murder them all.
I'm gonna grab Kane. If he's on the ground, I'm gonna move up and grab him. And
Okay.
I'm gonna turn around and say, "Are we going? Are we staying? What are we doing?"
Murder. Murder them all, my friends.
No, are you crazy?
They've seen us. We have to kill them all.
Can we
There's no
What?
getting away.
Maybe we can light their house on fire.
Murder.
Ukin. It is your turn, our muted friend.
As I see this, taking him, and I don't feel happy about this. I'm gonna conjure. How many again?
So you still have your rats from before. You haven't cast another concentration spell.
Yes, I'm gonna release my rats,
Okay.
and 1/4 should be 8 wolves.
8
So
wolves?
Yep, it says 8 beasts of 1/4.
Okay.
So there'll be a total of 8 wolves. Let me.
Okay, and where are you summoning said
I'm
wolves?
summoning them in a big circle around Cain, whoever's holding him.
Okay.
From the roof, you can see me. Come, my children, appear and rise to serve me again.
So you guys see 8 sort of mangy wolves spring out as if from nowhere, rising from the ground or twisting out of the air. But where once there was nothing surrounding these 2 guardsmen and Xenon and Cain, there are now 8 wolves surrounding them.
And they roll their own initiative.
So yep, they all move now.
So they all are going to attack the guards.
Okay.
So give me a moment. You want to roll for them, or you want me to roll for them?
I started rolling for them.
Okay.
You notice that they absolutely tear apart one of the guards. He goes down underneath them, terrified.
And when they bite, they prone. It says the wolves. When they bite, they can knock prone with DC 11. If they fail on the bite, they're prone, and then the
Well,
other one got prone.
he is super prone as the wolves have literally tore him apart, knocking him out
Yes.
with the first hit, and then continuing to damage him until he is dead with no more saving throws left.
And they all have pack tactics.
Okay, then that guard is going to flee in a panic from Pharaoh Glimmervein in the terrible images which are inside of his brain deeply, and the giant who has appeared in his backyard, and his companion being murdered by wolves.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Drink. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Drink. I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. From the chandelier.
You guys now see at the back door, Guarde appears, holding in his hand a giant greatsword. As he then commands the guards to attend him and reach the backyard. Pharaoh.
I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. I'm gonna live like tomorrow doesn't exist, like it doesn't exist. I'm gonna fly like a bird through the night. And also, who's in range to get murdered tonight?
Who is in range to get murdered? The guard who is fleeing is right next to Guarde, who's both at the door. You haven't seen any other guards reach you yet, but Ukin particularly knows they're coming.
Scorching Ray. 21 to hit.
21 hits. Who is it targeting?
The guard I can see. 17 to hit.
Okay.
25 to hit.
All three of those hit that guard.
That'll be a grand total of 18 points of damage.
With a flourish of his hands that is familiar to those of you who've adventured with Pharaoh Glimmervein before, he summons 3 beams of white-hot fire that shoot out from his hand and pierce the body of this guard who was fleeing, who then lights on fire as he collapses and runs smack into the house, dead before he even runs into the building, falling limp to the ground.
I'm going to fly like a bird through the night, feel my tears as they dry. I'm going to swing from the chandelier.
Bobo.
I guess it's a war then. Have this. Fireball.
All right, there we go. On Guarde, 25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and damage. Oh, 16 fire damage.
Hey.
And I'm hiding behind any sort of cover that I can
The
find.
Etin flails an illusory club at the wolves which surround it. The wolves react briefly before they realize they can't smell this giant, so they're not particularly concerned about it. Xenon.
All right, so I'm gonna put Kane down since the wolves are around us, and I'm gonna move up towards the boss and go into rage. So I need a dex save.
Hey. So Xenon runs towards the house. What's the DC on your save?
13.
And a lightning bolt flies out from you, and he ducks back behind the corner of his door to avoid it.
All right. Well, so that's my bonus action. And for my action, I'm going to swing my battle axe 2 times. 25 to hit for the first one. And 19 to hit for the second. For a total of 6, and then rage damage is 13 damage.
Okay.
And that is it.
Uken.
As I command my children to maul the rest of the guards, I send them in a pack of 4, so to one from one guard, one to the other. As a bonus action, I can command them. And as my action, you see me coming to the side of the building, holding myself like Spider-Man, 1 foot on the roof, 1 foot from the side, aiming down at the boss. He's outside, right? I can see him.
He's right in his doorway, so he's not outside yet.
Is any guard outside?
Just dead ones.
I am going to prepare frostbite. No, sorry. I'm going to prepare chill touch. Whoever comes out of that door that's an enemy will be chilled by my touch, as a ghostly hand will grab them. And I send the wolves inside to attack more guards or whoever is alive inside. If the boss is alive, he's going to get mauled.
So you sent the wolves around the side of the house, right? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, the wolves. I'm sending them in to attack whoever is in that doorway. If they,
Okay, so Xenon is sort of blocking that doorway. Only 2 of the wolves would be able to attack him as well.
oh,
Because Xenon is standing opposite the doorway to fight him.
so only 2 can get in.
Only 2 could get to Guarde. Yes.
Okay, the next one will attempt to surround, but not going because they can't. So the 2
Okay.
wolves. You want to roll for them? And they got advantage.
Now the wolves' turn. They both attack Guarde. And with the position that he's in and Xenon in there, they're not able to get a good attack. And they don't hit him, clamping down on his armor that keeps him safe from their attack.
I'll keep my hands moving around with my seal touch ready in case he comes out. I'm about to blast him. And
Okay. From around each corner of the house, a pair of guards each come out, running quickly. These ones are wielding swords and heavy crossbows. And you see each of them lift their heavy crossbow and fire at the barbarian at their gates, literally.
I'm still ready, so I see one of them.
These guys are not near you.
Oh, okay.
They came around the side of the house, not through the door. I think Chill Touch does have a bit of a range, though. So if
Yeah,
you want
120.
to... Huh?
It has 120 range.
All right, so you could use your held action to attack one of them with Chill Touch.
22 to hit.
22 does hit.
As my necrotic hands let go a little spectral hand, it does 13 damage, caressing their body with necrotic.
Okay. So you guys see that happen, and then you also see the crossbows nonetheless attempt to shoot Xenon. 2 of them hit. And I'm going to tell you the damage before your damage reduction, so you'll have to have it yourself, Casey. And you take 11 points of piercing damage. That comes in the form of 4 and then 7.
Got it.
And then you can see a pair of guards come up from behind their captain and reach past him with spears, which they attempt to poke you with. One of them pokes you with his spear. The extra reach of the weapon allowing him to reach you. And he does 8 piercing damage to you. Which brings us then around to Guarde, who hollers at you, "How dare you break into my house!" And swings his greatsword at you 3 times. Hitting you twice. Doing 10 slashing damage, and then 11 slashing damage. And brings us then around to Pharaoh's turn.
That's right. Listen, now, while you still can, throw your hands in the air, wave them like you just don't care. And if you're not a square from Delaware, and you got on clean underwear, and your mama ain't on welfare, somebody say, "Oh yeah," because the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let these motherfucking hands burn. DC Dexterity 14 will take 3d6 damage. 5d6. Sorry. 19 points. Anyone who
Is
fails,
that halved on a
half.
successful save?
half on a save.
Okay.
Everyone.
So Guarde took that. Ukin and what spell is this?
This is Burning Hands.
Okay, so you've moved up.
I
So
moved- I moved-
Xenon will also have to take it.
No, I moved to the cone so she wouldn't.
The wolves are in those squares.
The wolves can go fuck themselves.
My kids.
So you run up besides the door and blast into the house with the flaming hands, taking out both of the guards who would come up behind him, who are stop, dropping, and rolling as they're lit on fire. Bobo.
Do they? So we have how many guards to the left and how many to the right?
There are 2 to each side.
All right. I direct the Etten to the ones on the right side,
Okay.
and I will cast Firebolt on one of the guards to the right.
Okay.
Uh, 10.
You do not hit.
Okay.
You see, he just like lifts up his arm and takes the firebolt on a strong part of his armor, which is splint mail with giant metal pieces, and he is able to not be hurt by your firebolt.
Tough. Do I notice them going after my illusory Etten?
So they've not had a turn since it moved to them.
Okay.
But they do appear to see the giant coming towards them, yes.
Okay. Good.
Xenon.
All right, give me a dex save from the boss man.
Okay, what happens on your saves?
6 damage. And then I'm just going to hit him a bunch of times angrily with my axe. And I got 24, 20, and 22 to hit.
All 3 of those hit.
So that's going to be 31 damage.
Okay.
And that is EOT for me. So 31 from my axe and then the 6 lightning on top.
Ukin.
So as I see all my wolf getting charcoal, no, I kind of rage inside of it. I look at Sinan. Sinan, are you doing okay?
I'm a little hurt. Not too bad. It's just a flesh wound.
That's a spirit. Any guards outside alive?
Yeah, all 4 of the ones that have crossbows are. Though you are now visible because you cast your chill touch.
I'm gonna cast shield touch and go back into the roof. One of the guards, I'm gonna shield touch him. I'm gonna gently caress them with my spectral hand. For a 12, does it hit?
No, it does not.
So I kind of back into the roof. so it's staying out of line of sight.
The wolves are. It is now their turn. They were not given new commands, so they will attack the Guarde in the door. And again, they are unable to get in through the even more crowded door with Pharaoh Glimmervein up there now as well. Everyone jostling around, and the plate armor of Guarde protects him from the wolves.
I can use my bonus action to give him a new command for the next turn to attack the guards in the outside.
Okay.
That'll be the new command.
So the two guards that are right next to the Etin, did you guys notice I almost pronounced them guards because of the guy's name? The two guards dive back a little, flailing swords at the giant, which obviously pass harmlessly through the creature. The guards on the other side have now noticed that there is a spellcaster on their roof and turn their crossbows to him. Both of them missing as they shoot bolts off into the sky harmlessly. Then comes around to Guarde, who roars in challenge at this barbarian before swinging his sword once again 3 times. Smack, smack, smack. Hitting twice. Doing 12 and then 14 slashing damage. And then an arrow comes out from somewhere in the house, attempting to strike Bobo. The arrow hits. Bobo was unaware of this threat. And takes 18 points of piercing damage from none other than his brother, staring out a window behind a crossbow of his own that he holds in a hand,
God.
pointed at his brother.
What are you doing?
He says, "You killed our mom!"
I didn't do it. It was an accident. It wasn't my fault. I never went back.
And then it is Pharaoh's turn.
A storm is threatening my very life today. If we don't get some shelter, we're gonna fade away. Guardo, come here. I got something to tell you. Guardo. How many of them can I get in a cone?
If you're trying to get Guarde in a cone, just Guarde.
Yes, just Guarde. Then I'm gonna hit him with an Eldritch Blast, of course.
Okay, so that should be, I think, 2 Eldritch Blasts at your level, yes?
2 of them, yes. And that's a 23 and a 13.
What was the second one?
13.
Nope, just the first one hit.
8 points of damage. Guarde, just a shot away.
Bobo.
All right, Bobo, he's ducking for cover. He's getting super low and scampering into some cover.
Okay.
He's not trying to get hit by another 17-point arrow.
Don't run, brother! You killed our mom!
I am looking at the guards in any sort of line up any kind of near proximity to each other.
So both of the guard pairs are still right by each other.
So I want to zap them with a lightning bolt. I want to put 2 of them in one nice lightning bolt.
Okay.
You see this ball of lightning?
Roll your damage.
Ozone in the air. Hit 14 dex save.
Yep. As the rest of you hear a loud crack of power behind you.
All right. It's 25 is the damage.
Okay, they both appear to take the entirety of this lightning bolt to their bodies as they did not see it coming, being distracted by not only the Etten in front of them, but the wolves, which they have seen turn around and stare at them, growling. Xenon.
All right. First, I need a dex save.
Okay.
4 damage if he fails. And then I'm going to hit him 3 times. My first one is a crit for only 13 damage. And then a 26 and a 16 are the second and third to hit.
Okay. The second one hits, the third one does not. So
All
what's the total damage?
25 from the 2 hits and then the 4 from the lightning damage. That's EOT for me. Actually, you know what? Is it EOT for me? Yeah, that's EOT for me.
Ukin.
I'm still gonna send the wolves as my.
Yep, you didn't need to change their duty. That's still good from last turn.
Yeah. Did I see that bolt fly out the window and hit Bubbo?
You definitely saw Bobo take a bolt to like his chest and then crouch down like he's trying to make himself an even smaller target and move back to give himself space. And you did not see any of the 4 veterans shoot him because you could see all 4 of them.
I'm gonna see the one that hasn't been hit, or the guards in the outside. I'm gonna chill touch him too.
Okay.
Spiritual hand, go as my will. 16 to touch him.
You do not touch him. You reach out and you touch him. And this is the same man as he's apparently faced magic users before, as he sees the hand shooting out before him, and he makes sure to get a big, strong piece of his armor in front of it so that your chill touch splashes ineffectually like you punched a wall. Limp-wristed.
And
however, then your 8 wolves each swarm out, attacking and snapping as they attempt to bite the guards, but only one of them hits.
with advantage?
And that guard is not drugged to the ground.
My precious kids.
And then they turn and they begin swinging their swords at the wolves. You see 2 of the wolves go down, sliced by a longsword wielded in 2 hands, just hacking down.
My children! Then I hide back in the roof.
Okay. Guarde smiles as he sees the beat-up dragonborn in front of him. And he goes, "You'll regret breaking into my house." And he takes the greatsword, whirls it above his head, and slashes it down. 1, 2, 3. Back and forth, attempting to snap it across. Only hitting with the last one. Xenon ducking and dodging backwards before taking 16 points of slashing damage. And you who can hear down below you the scream of a reptile scream in pain as Xenon takes another sword blow from Guarde in his great sword. Then Frogger goes, "Hey, get back here! You killed our mom!" And then runs into the house. Pharaoh.
I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't mean to make you cry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Guarde, I'm just a jealous guy. Constitution save 14 or take 17 points poison damage.
Okay. What's the result on a successful save?
No damage on successful.
Okay. So he dodges your poison spray. He's seen your game, wizard, he says, as he ducks back around the door jam just in time to dodge your poison spray. Before
How dare
once
you
again
jump out of the way
door.
of my puff of noxious gas?
He sees you weaving your hand, and you go poof, and you blast, hitting nothing.
He who smelt it dealt it.
It is then Bobo Nurbin's turn.
Oh my god, Frogger's gonna be out here any second now. He's got the ring of invisibility. Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right, so I'm going to start. I'm going to hit a stealth check.
Okay, yeah, you can get out to the woods and nobody's really paying attention to you, so go ahead.
I'm hurt super bad, too. All right, 20.
Okay.
And I am going to hide in the bushes for a second here.
Yep, and so that is your turn, moving back into the bushes and hiding. Xenon. Magic battle axe in hand. Stands before Guarde.
Yeah, so give me a thing.
Who gets struck by stray lightning from the storm raging about you. And takes how much damage?
Only 4. All right. 11 misses. 16 misses too, doesn't it?
Correct. Clanking off of his armored vambrace.
I miss all 3.
Oh no. Ukin. You can see the barbarian, mighty so many times in her past, growing tired as she battles Guarde at his home.
I tell Sinan, don't worry. If you go down, I'll definitely be there to get you back up. I'll keep my eye on you as far as I can, but I have to deal with these guards as soon as possible. So I'm going to attack another guard.
Okay.
Shitty touch. I'm going to aim at a different guard, not the same one I hit.
Okay.
With a 24.
That hits.
As my spectral hand faces out of my hand into his face and immediately try to choke him. Doing 8 points on necrotic damage.
8?
8.
He's saying 8 or 18?
8.
8. Okay. Your hand slips in underneath his armor, touching him, and you see the energy slowly drain from his body as he slows, leaving a gap for the wolves, who are renowned for their ability to pounce on weakness. And they tear him down before the ones fighting the other guards. One of them nips him in the shin, pulling the leg out from underneath him, and he is now prone next to those 4 guards. One of the guards goes down underneath the wolves and isn't moving. Another is down underneath the wolves, struggling to get back to his feet amongst the predators surrounding him.
Children, kill them. Don't let them live.
He then stands up, fending off the wolves, and attacks them with his longsword, hitting one of them, but not taking it down. But he, from his back, reaches up, pokes his sword into the chest of a wolf that he then uses to push it back enough to make space for himself. His friend beside him then attacks that same wolf and also hits it, burying his sword in its spine, where the wolf collapses before dissolving into
mist,
spores and diseased sort of a cloud that quickly dissipates on the wind.
Ooh, pretty.
On the other side, those 2 veterans, one of them swings and strikes true right into taking off the head of a wolf that's near him, chopping its head off, whirling around to face the Etin, which swings its club that passes right through him. But you see him dive to the ground in fear. The Etin's club passing harmlessly over his head as he rolls back up to his feet. And he goes, "Sir, we need to retreat!" And then you hear Guarde say, "Coward, there is no retreat!" As he swings his sword at the barbarian in front of him once again, striking twice, doing 17 and then 13 damage before it is Pharaoh's turn. Xenon is taken down as the second sword cleaves into her breastbone.
No.
And then his boot kicks her back from the door, and she lays crumpled and unconscious on the ground.
My friend, no. Listen. You're going to have to burn. You're going to have to burn 16.
16 to
15.
save.
19.
19 hits.
12 points. You're going to have to burn, Guarde. Burn. Burn, motherfucker. Burn.
Hey, Bobo, you see your oldest friend, Xenon, crumpled on the ground.
I think to
defeated
myself,
by the man you tried to rob.
I've known Xenon for almost 10 days now. And
Probably longer than that for Xenon.
she saved my life 7 times. And
She has saved your life a lot recently.
I aim in with my very sharp eyes. I'm in the woods now, the darkness covering
He
me.
cannot see you. You will have advantage on any attack you make.
And I am going to give Guarde a nice magic missile.
Okay. From the tree line, Bobo lifts up into the ground briefly as bolts of force streak out across the backyard towards Guarde and his home.
10 points.
Is that it?
That's it.
Xenon, best save.
$17.
Okay, that's a success. Ukin, you see the crumpled body of the Dragonborn laying on the ground. Only half of your wolves remain alive.
How many guards are alive?
4.
I am going to go down I'm gonna basically walk down the wall all the way down towards her, and use Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Level 2.
Okay.
And it'll be. Wow! A total of 5 double ones.
Ouch. 5 hit points as a flicker of life passes into Xenon. The storm raging in her, burning off some of the druidic energies before they can enter her body. But then she wakes up, becalmed, but alive. The wolves, having not been given any new orders, continue to attack the veterans. Taking out one of them, leaving just the 2 on the side without the Etin alive. As they now see once again that druid straight in their sights, casting magic. They know that magic would pose a threat to their captain, and they shoot their heavy crossbows against him. Does a
wolf next to them have disadvantage?
Does a 15 hit you?
Nope.
Misses, splatting against the stones of the house. Guarde looks to the warlock before him and takes his sword up and attempts to just take Pharaoh down in one round, swinging, rolling a 10 total because he sucks.
Bring it.
A 19
Bring it.
and a 19 and a 23 will both hit.
You think I'm afraid of you? I've seen into the very darkness of eternity.
22 slashing damage to Pharaoh Glimmervein.
Bring
the sword
it.
Smacking him, driving him to a knee, as he then stares up, and it's your turn.
And you're going to die. You're going to look in my eyes when you do it. You're going to die at my hands. That's what's going to happen to you. 17.
Does not hit.
You're still going to die looking at me in my eyes. I get one more. Hold on. 18, does that hit?
Yes, it does.
And take your 11 points and look at me in the eyes when I do it.
Guarde looks quite injured now after fighting both Xenon and Pharaoh, as supported by Ukin. But it is Bobo's turn. Having broken his stealth, he still is unable to see his brother.
Maintain eye contact. I want to watch the light fade from your eyes.
Bobo.
Oh my. To be a coward or to be brave?
I must be brave. I must do it for Xenon, even if Frogger is upon me at any moment now. I focus in very clearly on Guarde's face, and I firebolt.
22.
Hits.
2d10 damage. 14 far.
Guarde takes the firebolt, unsuspecting, focused on the other gnome, and the firebolt strikes him to his head, driving him back a half step. And it is then Xenon's turn as she, as a brief flicker of life re-enters her eyes, and she's able to stand up.
All right, so I'm going to do that thing again in Rage because it's a thing that I do.
Okay, how much rage damage do you do?
3 only.
Xenon stands up, roars at Guarde as lightning streaks out from her, striking him in the chest, and knocking him back into the house unconscious.
Yep. Does he go down? Like he's down?
Yes, he is
Well,
down.
I just rolled a fucking crit. All right. So I'll move to the closest guard to me
Okay.
and get him with a crit. He can take. Oh, what the fuck kind of damage was that? Only 12 damage. And then I'll hit him again. That misses. 11 misses, yeah?
Yes.
All right. So I got the crit off at least. Anyway, so that's it for me.
Okay.
As I see we just gained one victory, I look at this helpless guard attacking my precious children, and I move as fast as possible and pull out my. No, I should touch him from where I am. It seems more painful.
Okay.
A 12 does not hit, I imagine.
12 does not hit, no.
Nope. I attempt to caress him.
You reach out, and he ducks underneath your hand as it swipes clumsily through the air.
And is there a door that can take cover from one of the sides?
There's only the two veterans left. There's nowhere for you to take cover along the side of the house. You could go into the house to take cover.
No, I'll stay there. I have more hit points than them, so I'll basically stand in front of my companions and just open my arms in case they're gonna shoot. I want them to shoot me instead.
Okay. The wolves will attempt to attack the guards once again. Once again, one of them hits. Not doing very much damage as it just nips him and then gets a boot for its trouble as it yelps as just like a brief boot to deter him from biting any further. Is followed up by a longsword swinging down, attempting to slice the wolf in half. And the one hits, and then the other swings at that wolf as well. And then with two swings, just wham, wham, severs the animal's spine. As the animal crumples and then dissolves into a pile of mushrooms that fade into the earth. Pharaoh, you hear a noise from inside the house, as if something metal has been wrenched open. And it is then your turn.
I'm going to investigate. I was trying to catch your eyes. I thought you were trying to hide. I was swallowing my pain. I'm sorry that I made you cry. Can I find you? Can I?
Okay, so
Find
you go
you?
into the house and you see. One moment. You step into the door and you see immediately off, straight ahead is a large foyer with stairs going up to the second floor, but those stairs are going up towards you, so the bottom of the stairs is elsewhere. You do not see anybody around the house. But you do see the corpses of several other guards, as if they were attempting to come down the stairs. Some of them fell, some of them have slit throats. But clearly it appears that they have been fighting something in this house. But you cannot see that thing.
Is there anyone I can see that I can attack?
No.
Inside, outside, double move. No,
Okay, so you going inside, so you're going back out?
I want to find someone to murder.
The nearest person to murder is still outside. There are two veterans there.
I have a 120-foot range. If I can see them, I will murder them.
Okay.
On a natural 20. First one. It's a natural 20. That is 13 points of damage. Double. Oh, I'm sorry. 20 points on him.
Okay.
Second one will be a 12 to hit.
Does not.
All right. 20 points on the one. I move up the stairs. Come out. Come out. Wherever you are.
Okay. Bobo.
Where are you, Frogger? Where are you, Frogger?
I'm thinking this. I'm not saying it. I'm going to go invisible.
Okay.
And I'm going to stealth. Actually, I'm just going to. I'm going to stealthily move away, and I'm looking around for Frogger. Specifically for Frogger. 21 perception check.
Okay. You do not see any sign of Frogger.
No, I'm sorry. It's 21 stealth check. All right. All right, cool.
Xenon. Xenon.
All right. So those 2 guards are still in front of me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
One
So
of them hurt and one of them not really hurt.
so the hurt one, make a dex save. Three damage if he fails.
Okay.
That misses. 11 misses them, yeah. Well, shit. All right. So 21 for 12 damage. And then that's it. So only 1 hit for 12 damage.
Okay. Uken, it is your turn.
I see my companions racing, and I feel that this night is going to end in great success. Is Sinan close to me, or how far is she from me?
They're about 30 feet away from you. They're pretty close.
Okay.
Xenon, he asked me.
Oh, Xenon is that far away as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna go over to her, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on her because I need her to stay up for 6 points of healing. As I put my hand on her back, and I say, "Heal," and I heal her.
So you're 6 points of damage. Are you healing 6 for Xenon?
Yeah, 6 for Sinan.
Okay. The wolves will attempt to attack the very weakened soldier. They both hit, taking him down, and he is down as well. Then they look up as the veteran sees now for the first time the Dragonborn right in front of him, and swings his longsword two-handed at her twice, hitting once and doing a total of 6 damage as he swings, attempting to strike her.
Before my complete end of my turn, I want to tell him surrender or die, no matter which outcome. But it's better if you surrender. I don't want to waste my healing.
Okay. A voice in the room, but you're not quite certain where. Pharaoh says, "The woman got away. You're not my brother. This is your last chance."
Listen, my friend. It's not too late for you. It's not too late. You can give up now. You can leave with your life. You can die here. This is not your home. You want to die here? Do you?
Okay. Are you doing anything else?
I'm going to attack with disadvantage.
Okay.
I miss. And I probably miss 14.
You do miss. And then you hear a pop, as if a smoke bomb has gone off behind you. And as you turn, a gnome that looks almost identical to your friend Frogger, takes and is wielding a short sword in his hand that you did not see before, but which glows menacingly in red as he attempts to stab you with it once, twice, 19 and 17.
Both hits.
You take 9 piercing damage and then 7 piercing damage.
Yes.
Bobo.
So I'm going to approach. I'm starting to approach the castle again, getting closer, try to see what's happening, invisibly and stealthily. 14.
You continue to see your friends out battling this last soldier outside the house.
All right, I'm going to keep moving towards the house.
Okay.
Next.
Xenon.
So there's still the guy in front of me, yeah?
Yes. Who you can tell is panicking. He has seen through the illusion of the giant and is not worried about him.
All right, so if he fails the dex save from my rage, he'll take 5 lightning damage.
Okay.
$25, 18, 26 to hit.
All 3 of those hit.
11, 22, 31 damage.
Okay, Ukin.
Kane's still down on the floor, right?
Yes.
I still have good berries, so I'm gonna take a good berry, go over to him and put it in his mouth and like kind of help him chew it.
Kane, you are awoken from a horrible nightmare where you were buried and being torn apart by all those people you have killed, who finally thought they had their hands on you as you laid at the edge of death. And then you awaken with a hit point to see Ukin standing above you, having smashed a berry into your mouth.
And I stand a hand out, my friend. We have things to do. Get up.
You're fucking god, what happened?
The wolves attempt to attack the soldier, teaming up with Xenon, who fails. The soldier, having dodged the wolves, swings once again with his sword at Xenon. One of his hands striking, doing 6 slashing damage to the Dragonborn. It is then you see now again Pharaoh as the Frogger attempts to grab a hold of your shirt and just start knifing the shit out of you with that short sword, trying to stab you twice. A 18 and then a 14.
You hit me once, but you are now my friend.
He does 10 piercing damage to you.
I'm down. Barely, but down. How dare you?
It is then a death saving throw for you as the light fades from your eyes.
My very eyes. Look at me as I fade away. And let's roll this thing. No. Let's do it. That's a fail. One down.
Okay, Bobo, it is your turn. You see your friend Kane sit up near Ukin, but your older friend Xenon looks quite the worse for wear in her battle against this veteran soldier.
Do I see Pharaoh?
You do not. Pharaoh is inside the house.
All right. I
did see Pharaoh go into the house.
How far away is Xenon and her opponent, the veteran?
She's somewhere between 30 and 40 feet. You
right.
backed up pretty far to the edge of the forest before, and you've only moved forward once, so well within range of your range spells.
All right, I'm going to break my invisibility. Firebolt.
Okay.
19.
Hits.
10 points. Fire.
The fire strikes him in the shoulder and spins him around half a step before he's able to regain his balance. Just in time to see Xenon before him on her turn.
And I'm moving up as well.
Okay.
And this damn thing, a guy in front of me is still freaking alive?
He is.
Why won't you die, you little bastard? Okay, dex save.
He's seen that maneuver before and jumps out of the way of your lightning with a quick roll.
All right, well, he's going to take a crit for sure. For 11. What the hell? And then I think the other two. Does 17 hit?
No.
On the guards? Ooh.
No.
Okay. So he only takes just the 11 damage then.
Okay. Kane, you come to, the last thing you remember was opening a door and then a large man in metal plate grabbing you even though you were invisible and throwing you out a window after burying a sword in your gut. And then you remember the nightmares. Oh God, do you remember the nightmares? But now you see Ukin standing before you, a slew of dead guardsmen in the backyard, an Etin rampaging about, attempting to smash the guard and Xenon, but they are both completely ignoring this giant as it swings a club through their bodies.
Kane's just going to kind of look at the Eden, then look back at the situation, back at the Eden. I must have been out for a very long time. So is that guard distracted by Xenon? If I was to
It's
get up,
fighting Xenon for sure, but you're not hidden, so.
So I might get up, groggily, in pain, suffering agony, and I'm gonna stumble my way towards that guard and go try to stab him in the back.
Okay.
Nat 20 for 27.
That hits. Suddenly from behind this veteran, spinning in a circle, right before he's about to swing his sword and slice off the head of Xenon after an excellent feint, a short sword comes stabbing out of his back of his neck through his throat, spraying blood all over the Dragonborn. As the guard had 4 hit points left, which you can't do less than.
Yay.
And
Just
the
in
guard
time.
is down.
Mr. World, that clears everybody outside, or we still have more out there?
That is actually going to take us, as far as you guys know, to Pharaoh's death saving throw. Nobody else is outside.
So we don't know where Pharaoh is, or we saw him.
You saw Pharaoh go inside the house. You do not know where he is after that.
Do we still need to move an initiative, Mr. World?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Pharaoh has death saving throws, and Frogger's still about.
I've failed again.
Oh,
You're
no.
watching the light go out of my eyes.
Okay.
Slowly.
Bobo.
All right, I moved up last turn, and now
Pharaoh, where are you? Frogger, I'm here. I'm here. Come for me, Frogger. You know what's right and what's wrong.
and
Xenon.
I start moving into the building.
Okay. Xenon.
How far am I from the building door?
About 30, 35-ish feet.
All right, so my movement speed is 40 feet. So I'm gonna move to Guardo's body, and I'm gonna pick up that fucking sword.
Okay. You pick up the sword. You do not feel a magical tingle in his greatsword.
Well, I'm still gonna pick it up just in case, and I'll strap it to my back with everything else.
Okay. It is an incredibly well-made, silvered greatsword that is worth 3 times as much value as a normal greatsword. Kane.
So, would I be able, since I'm a halfling and lightfoot, can I use my Dragonborn to hide?
Yeah. He's bigger than you.
Would you like a stealth roll for that?
Sure.
Oh god, I highlighted everything. A 25.
Okay.
I guess that's all I can really do.
Uken.
I said, tell my friends, everybody, don't forget you have 2 good berries on your pockets. If you need them, please take them. Or help somebody else. Where's Pharaoh? As I look around.
The 2 wolves pad up to the side of you, looking wounded.
I said, my babies, find Pharaoh. And they are going to use their keen hearing and smell to do a perception check of +3. So it will be a total of a 12. And try to track by smell of Pharaoh. And they got keen hearing too.
You are able to. So you guys all move into the house,
Mm-hmm.
and then you guys step up to the foyer, and there you see at the door, just an invisible body. You see Pharaoh Glimmervein sort of suspended in the air as if something is holding him up, but he's unconscious. And then you hear, "You killed our mom. I take your friend." And then you see blood fountain out of Pharaoh's throat.
Can I reach him?
So he's about 40 feet away from you. And that was his last death save taken from him as Frogger slits his throat, kicks him across the room, and then runs out the front door.
Run. Oh, God.
What just happened? I mean, what happened? It's all my fault. Pharaoh was my friend.
I'm speechless.
And he has the sword.
You don't know that he has the sword.
He must have the sword. Let's get him quickly.
Can I see him?
No, he's invisible. He was invisible when he slit Pharaoh's throat.
Let's chase him. I start chasing him. Is it my initiative?
But I thought it was still my turn before when we went in.
When you went in, it then became Pharaoh. It then became Frogger's turn, and after that it would be Pharaoh's turn, but he's dead, so it's now Bobo's turn.
Yeah, I'm sprinting full
But
speed.
we're gonna go into just dramatic time now rather than turn-based time. So you guys feel free to roleplay what happens after the death of Pharaoh.
I'm gonna pick Pharaoh up, but I'm gonna still chase Frogger. I'm gonna follow and chase the direction that he ran out the door.
Quickly. He's getting away.
He's got to be leading blood tracks or something because he walked in a pool of blood.
My wolves they're good with smell, especially with blood.
I got a 20 on survival to track him, Mr. World.
Okay.
I'm going to take one of the good berries that Ukin had so graciously given me.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat both of them too.
I'm going to eat
You
both.
are able to track the blood for several feet past the door. As you're right, there are footprints. He's killed a lot of people in there today. The footprints through the grass quickly sort of fade away. He is used to killing a lot of people. And then you see just a telltale sign of dealing with Frogger Bobo Nurbin as what appears to be the remnants of some sort of smoke cloud that you can smell in the wind with your dragonborn nostrils. Fade away, and there are no more footsteps for you to track.
Oh,
Well, don't we know where he's going anyway, folks?
We do, but I want to get as far away from this place as possible, as quick as possible, because I don't know if where that wife went, and I don't know if she saw us. And I don't want to be called murderers, even though we just murdered hoboed these motherfuckers.
And we can spare the women and children.
I knew I should have killed her when I had the chance.
What should we do with Pharaoh? What should we do with our friend? I don't really know where to bury him.
Well, he's got magic items on him too, so we should at least get him for that reason.
Yeah, we'll loot his body, but I was
We
thinking
definitely have to loot his body. I mean, come on. It's part of the contract.
Does he have gold coins? You know, the gold.
They've got to have some gold in this place where we shouldn't leave so quickly.
Yeah, we should loot this place.
Oh, I'm gonna loot the crap out of the guards.
Yeah, let's
And
get
I'm
the big
gonna
bags out.
I'm gonna dismiss the wolves.
Mr.
So as you loot the guards, you obtain about 75 gold pieces from the pouches that they carry.
All right, I'm getting all
That's
this. Okay, got
their
it. Got it.
total wealth. Several of the guards were wielding spears. There are a couple long swords. Each of the veterans outside had a heavy crossbow and a long sword. The Guarde also is wearing ornate plate mail. But when you get close to him now, you realize he is still breathing. He's just unconscious.
Oh no.
Oh, perfect. Guess what, Mr. World?
Torture?
I'm going to set my dear friend Pharaoh down on something soft and squishy, even though his deadness doesn't feel it. And I'm going to pick this big motherfucker up, and I'm going to stick him in a chair and use my rope from my backpack to tie him up.
Okay.
Well, remember, guys, time is of essence. We kill a bunch of people. There's bodies everywhere. If somebody comes, can see us.
You know what? Good point. But I don't know where else to take it.
Well, outside in the woods, tie him to a tree. We can kind of use him as a punching bag.
Yeah, we need to get out of here, get the treasure. But like, does he know who has the sword?
Probably not, because I think that guy got out when.
But you didn't grab the sword?
He doesn't have it. While I'm tying this guy up, you guys go search the house, loot the house.
Full speed.
I'll tie him to a tree out in the woods.
Yep. I start digging around everything.
Okay, so you guys are eventually able to make it up to his room, where you guys can see a wrenched open wall safe.
Frogger.
That would have been the sound that Pharaoh heard before.
Damn.
Yep, my brother got here first. That
So
little
that's
sucker.
Frogger.
Huh?
That's Frogger. I'll have a spell next I'm ready
Yeah.
for him.
You know, you can.
You guys find 105 electrum pieces.
Okay.
And 70 gold pieces in. Actually, find 700 gold pieces in this safe.
But no sword.
There is no magic sword in this safe.
This is a good haul, though.
But you do find several ornately. You find 5 ornately carved sort of pieces of jewelry, each of which is worth about 25 gold pieces. You find a hollow metal tube that is about a foot long.
Scroll.
It's empty and it's all metal.
Ooh. Look at Paul.
Then you also find a vial of a transparent liquid that inside it you can see a blue sort of chitness. It might even be a fingernail floating inside of this vial.
Ew.
And then the last thing you find is
That fingernail is.
a amber liquid that has several dead insects suspended inside it. And inside you can also see a tiny heart that, against all reason, is still beating.
Wild.
That looks precious to me. That's like candy in a candy store for me.
You like that, Ukin? That is something interesting, isn't it?
Oh, if I could infuse into my body, I have 2 hearts.
Yeah, just put it in your belly.
Mr. World, while they're looking around in the house, and after I got this guy tied up, I'm gonna be kind of watching around to see if anybody comes up on the house.
No.
I've got a 50 no, because the wife got away. So
Yeah.
It's been about half an hour, and this is a bit out of town, so it'll be a bit of time before she can return with help, but it could be any minute now. You don't have much longer after raiding their safe.
you'll hear from the outside, caw, caw. Then Xenon scratches her head and says, "Was that the secret handshake, or I don't know? They'll figure it out."
Guys, are we ready?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Hey, Sinan, can we grab? Let's just grab this guy. Pick up the chair. I'll pick up the other. I don't think I'm strong enough.
Yeah, I already tied him up. He's tied up in the woods.
Oh, fantastic!
I thought he might have some valuable body parts for you, Ukin. I remember.
Infusement.
Yeah. So, Pharaoh is dead. Well, we'll bring Pharaoh's body out and bury him out there.
Poor Pharaoh.
I got my leather worker tools, so I can definitely peel a couple of pieces out of him for research purposes.
Yeah, let's take all of the stuff off of Pharaoh.
Oh, not Pharaoh. I'm thinking about the big giant boss guy.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just saying, while we get ready.
I will definitely not
It would take you several minutes to remove the plate armor from him, especially since he cannot assist you in any way, being unconscious.
Yeah, that's fine. Fuck that. I don't care. Ukin can deal with that guy, and we'll, Bobo and Kane and I will prepare Pharaoh to be committed back to the earth.
Yes.
Okay, as part of that, you guys are going to be able to take a short rest before anybody arrives at the house. So go ahead and do that.
So with that short rest, I would like to do the thing, Mr. World. Lads, yes, I get it. I'm a murderer. Now, I do have a curious question. Would any of you know how to use a torturer's kit?
I'm proficient with leatherworker tools.
You hear one of them just growl at you, just low and in their chest, just as the knowledge of how to use a torturer's kit enters your mind. However, you are not in possession of such a thing.
Oh, great. I have some techniques, just no tools. I'll make it work. Also, I don't want to know how you know this. Goodbye.
I'm going to continue undressing the big boss down to his kitties.
What was that?
I'm going to undress the boss guy all the way down to his kitties with his loincloth. Shoes, socks, everything.
Okay.
And whatever I cannot take off, I cut off.
Okay, so you have taken a suit of full plate that is worth twice as much as an ordinary suit of full plate.
As Ukin is taking off all the stuff, I'm like evaluating the price of everything. I'm like,
Oh yeah, look at this, quite nice.
I'm trying to avoid the digging work. Bobo is.
So you want?
Xenon
Bobo,
will do the
you
digging.
want? So I asked Bobo, "You want to carry this big thing?"
Oh no, that's way too heavy.
No worries, I'll put it in my backpack.
I mean, yeah, actually, it weighs twice as much as me just for the breastplate. I mean, it's worth a lot.
I swear a lot, but it's twice the money. It's a good penny.
Yeah, that's a lot. Just for regular plate mail is quite expensive, I understand.
Plus, don't we know a guy that gets rid of, well, as Xenon's digging, she'll say, don't we know a guy that gets rid of questionable items at a decent price too, right? That one, what the hell's his name? That funny talking guy, he had all that magical stuff.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah, what did he call himself? A fence post or something?
A fence. Yeah, so a sales fence. I mean, but what are we going to do now? Pharaoh was our negotiator.
Well, he can negotiate with the pointy end of my battle axe.
That's true. You could intimidate him into a good price.
Yeah. What's that guy's name? Carrie or something? Whatever his name was. Carrie the fence post. That guy.
Fence post. I don't remember that guy. I kind of zoned out in the shops. I was just looking at things, reading the books, just looking at the items.
No. That funny talking guy that Kane introduced us to. Carrie or Terry or Jerry, whatever. I don't know. Some kind of basic human name. I don't know. Humans aren't really that creative. I don't.
Was it Mike?
I don't remember. I don't know. But he was saying he was a fence post or something, whatever it was you called him. He said he buys questionable goods and doesn't tell people where they came from. So we could at least get rid of this guy's stuff.
Right, because we would be basically selling murdered people's goods.
Yeah.
But they're not murdered. They're borrowed from. He doesn't have any more use for them because he's. If you guys don't mind, you can step away and I can get rid of him.
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. Before you do that, I want to ask this guy a question.
I used my last berry to slip it down.
Ukin, give me an insight check.
It's stuck. It's a 10 total.
You are guessing that given how much time you guys have taken in this house, the reinforcements are going to arrive any minute. And it might be time to leave.
Yeah, slit his throat. Leave him here.
Oh, he says slit his throat? All right, he'll spend eternity with me if that sounds good to y'all.
Oh, yeah, good. You can talk to him. I wanted to ask him where the hell he got that sword at. But anyways, yeah, kill him and let's get the hell out of here.
Okay.
Carrying Pharaoh.
I use my leather kid knife, my skinning knife, and I skin his throat right off, and I just go for the jugular and just clip it off.
So Ukin kills him and not Kane.
Oof.
Oh, you stupid idiots. Fuck.
He's still bleeding. Oh, damn it. I didn't know I was supposed to kill him. I didn't understand the rules.
It's okay.
Wow, I've never seen somebody fight over the right to assassinate somebody. It's usually such a horrible task, and you guys are actually fighting over the right. I mean, that's interesting.
He's still bleeding out. Stab him.
Oh, don't you worry. If we find the wife, I'll deal with her. Should have dealt with her earlier. Time to run.
We gotta get out of here.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're out in the woods, Mr. World. We're not near the house.
You guys hear going up the road the sound of several mounted soldiers racing towards the house. As you slink off into the woods away and into the night and back to the town of Freechester. Where you are able to finally rest, and now I get to do some math. Math's fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
especially
watched-
when
I
it's
watched my
experience
dad,
points. Yeah, we come in looking like a hot mess.
Yeah, I think the first thing that we should do as we're rushing back once we get close to town and kind of slow down to get into town normally, I'm gonna look at Bobo and I'm gonna say, Bobo, I think we should go rent a room so we can get cleaned up and changed before we do anything else.
Yeah, something, anything, a creek or something.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Maybe we should go to a creek because then nobody will see us getting cleaned up.
Well, if we rent a room, well, I'm
We
covered.
still have to walk through the building.
Now, lass, you realize I could get us some place where no one would ask questions.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Kane.
right.
Kane, yeah. You know what, Kane? I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
Kane will
Give
force a
me-
smile as a tear falls.
Give me an investigation check, Kane.
Yeah, I rolled a 7. Oof.
Okay. With them cleaned up, you are able to get them into town pretty easily because they've had the time to clean up. And from the town, you are then able to get them back through the streets, through the alleyways. You're not able to get them to a safe house, but you are able to get them back to the infamous barricade bar, where you are able to pay for a room at the cost of 4 rooms cost you 8 gold pieces.
Kane will pay for everyone's room.
Thank you, Cade. You're very generous.
Someone has to be generous around here sometimes.
And then it is a bit early for us, but we did stop late, and this seems like about as good of a stopping point as we're likely to get. Because otherwise we're going to be playing for another hour. So with the raiding of the house semi-successful with loot, you guys enter Dream World, feel the experience gain from your travels. You're very close to leveling up. Some of you are still a bit further away, but we will pick this up in the morning next week.
All right.